Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 12th episode of Bokutachi wa Benkyou ga Dekinai. And last episode, we got plenty of kitty soup sensei goodness because she wore a maid outfit and she wore her old high school uniform, which made for a very great episode. I mean, that's pretty much the best synopsis I could give of that. So this is luckily not the final episode. We have one more, and hopefully this could be just as good, or at least almost as good. I will settle for that. So let's see how it is. 3, 2, 1, play. Self-study room. So, just the two of us here. I wonder what will happen with these two alone. Less blush than I actually would have expected from this. Why is it awkward? You're friends. I mean, I guess there have been some interesting scenes between the two of you, I guess, but you know. Maybe something happened off screen, I don't know. I guess we'll see. Otherwise, I don't know how it'd be awkward. They've studied together before, I'm pretty sure. Just the two of them. I really do enjoy this show, so it'll be sad to see it end next week. It is funny though. When I first started watching this show, I strongly disliked Kirisu, and people said things like, she gets better, you know, she's plenty of people's favorite character," and I just didn't really believe that very much. Like I accepted people weren't lying when they said that, but it was just hard to fully believe that. But at this point in this story, I definitely get it. She's had quite a lot of good scenes, and she's grown on me significantly. So I wouldn't call her my favorite character, I don't think, but I do quite like her. Standing room only. We're pulling this again because Furuhashi is apparently gullible on these people's minds. Okay, so it is about that situation. Okay, I kind of figured. I make her choke. But yeah, I guess that could make things awkward. When they're alone, that's a different matter entirely. Well, you can't always be there. Because she doesn't want to get in his way or something like that. Doesn't want to be a distraction. I think it was something like that. We're doing this both sides. Just drop it. You're so full of it. That's like, I can't help it. People keep inviting me here. I must eat. You're terrible at this. Come on, Dudika, just admit it's you. This is really frustrating to listen to. What, you want to pick sides? What kind of advice will you give? A fair point. That's just crazy talk. Oh. Yeah, just throw yourself in there. Like you would the pool. Yeah, you know. Everything I said, just redirect that back to your friend. I kind of wish you would call her out on the friend thing, and of course, Furuhashi's on the other side of that. Gotta love the awkwardness. Is it hot out here, or is it just me? Well, maybe you should have thought things through a bit more. Like, maybe thought about what you were gonna say more. Or you could just whisper to the girl behind you, that works too. Oh no, I can't talk to you both at once. You don't say. Her English is getting better. Considering your hat's basically touching his head, you're a little bit too close. Bangs and fronts. Wow, that's something. To be fair, you do actually look a little bit different. Yeah, you can talk about Furuhashi. Oh? But yeah, remember when I saw your bra? That's a good thing to bring up. That's a great thing to bring up. Yeah, I realized probably not the best thing to bring up if you want to lower the awkwardness. It probably didn't work at all for that. Wow, Furuhashi. Well, just use your imagination. No, with a chest like that, that's that's obviously not her. So low-key savage. Yeah. At least the disguise worked, that's good. Well, maybe discussing her bra wasn't the best topic. Maybe you could talk about how flat Furuhashi is. That would probably end well. I think a delicious flat chest is always a good topic of conversation. I mean, that broke down a long time ago, let's be honest. I'm just kind of filtering it out at this point. Okay, get serious with that finger action. Okay, this seems alright. Oh yeah, that was yeah, that's another awkward thing to talk about. That was funny though. This is just going poorly. Oh yeah, and they had a moment at their shrine as well, so yeah, I remember that. I remember that all right. Let's play a game. How awkward can we make this? Because we're getting pretty high. End of conversation. It's not that dissimilar to how conversations that I enter go, so very relatable. I think we're getting a broken Japanese territory. Yeah. Uruka probably knows. Does she want him to kiss her or something? I think he thinks that quite often. I know I think that pretty often. Naturally. I know, right? Uh, Please do not corrupt this pure innocent maiden. Guess we could try that. An image. What image did you send me? Is it the good kind? Oh, Sawako. Oh yeah, she exists. I kind of forgot. uh, I don't know. It's it's hard to say. I kind of like them both. Hopefully, we don't start mixing up messages because that's what I feel like is going to happen at this rate. We're gonna mix up messages, aren't we? Yeah, we totally did that. Well, this should be fun. Is it too late? I'm pretty sure it's too late. Oh. Well. He thinks you're cute, so, say that one more time, please. So I can record it this time. He said it again. He's not wrong. He's definitely not wrong. uh, uh, is that all it takes to make a girl happy? I mean, I know, what a miracle. Yeah. Don't worry about it. It all worked out. Yep. So, it worked out. That's what matters. Went back to normal. She may still be a little bit mad at you, though. So. Yes, you got the ponytail. I see. Very cute. Although you playing with it's the cuter part of it. That's funny, though. Yeah. Could you please formally become my friend? I'll take it under advisement. Okay, we got some pool action. Which is great to see Eureka in her natural habitat. Take your mark. Takemoto. Good job. I knew you could do it. Whew. Do your best, girls. That's what's important. Who is she? Ikadachi? Was that what she said? I didn't quite catch her name. Uh, yeah. Yeah, that was, yeah. It was close enough, though. It should have counted. Oh well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, sometimes you get a little bit overeager. Ikadachi. Yes, feel free to do all that. Yeah, if I ever did that, I would never do it twice. I would be very paranoid ever since. But Urika's a very good senpai. So. Well, I wasn't gonna miss that for the world, Urika. Don't be silly. Well, you're so beautiful that I can't help be breaking into tears. That would have been ideal, but not always how it goes. Indeed. Yeah. uh, I do quite like you, Uruka. It's great that things are no longer awkward between them. And give me a head pat? Oh. Oh, tonight. What do you have in mind, Uruka? Why are we here? Yeah, I mean, if this was an arrow guy, I would know where this was going, but she's a pure maiden, so I don't know what she has in mind. Who knew he would try to be the main character of the anime? Yeah, almost slipped up there. Be careful. Oh, a good place. Should I get my expectations up? Oh, this hallway looks familiar. Yeah, that's the one. Oof. Practicing in the mirror. I greeted him in English. That should get his attention. And yeah, I had a feeling we were gonna go to the pool. Yeah, they probably should do that though. Huh. Oh, okay. Yeah, it should take more than that to get you to give up on something. You can join the swimming club too, Naruyuki. But I get where he's coming from, yeah. It'd be nice if I had something like that as well. And what's better to get serious about than swimming, really? Yeah, it was a lot more important to you than it was to him, so I'm sure you remember it better. For you, it may have been the most important day of your life, but for him, it was just Tuesday. So. Back to this. I still love the way she said that line. Probably not. I'm gonna go on a limb here and assume not. I see. Yeah, you don't even know. Well, yeah, I mean, there's plenty you could do. Wow, okay. I get where you're coming from, Nariyuki, but this is a terrible idea. uh, so, so bad. Yeah, he'll do it. He'll do it. Did it. See, not that hard. Now say, Uruka, I love you. Well, I say it easily quite often. Well, he's not as much of a pure maiden as you, so. Just don't pass it into the water. Which I thought you were about to for a second there. I love you. Well, she said it. Now what will be your response? Don't worry, it's just role playing, it's okay. At least that's how he sees it. Uh yeah, this is not not great. Oh, if I'm going down, I'm taking you with me. So yeah, that was a nice move. Yeah, we went backwards. You didn't say it would be a regular thing. Said it again. Well, and then she drowned at the end. That was a nice little way to end it off. Yeah, that was a bit of an awkward final scene there. Just it's like, hey, I know what you could do. You could just I could be your practice partner. You can just confess to me as practice for whoever this other guy you like is that totally exists and isn't me. Just that was such a weird situation to get yourself into. Then you confess to him, and then he criticizes your confession. And he's so dense sometimes, and yet so clever other times, like when with his teacher saving that he did last episode in regards to the police officer. You know, last episode, you know that's that scene where the police officer questioned her and all that. If I was in a situation, what I would have said is that I'm wearing the school uniform because I feel old. I'm going through a midlife crisis, and this makes me feel young again. That's what I would have said. Let's see. Let's see him ask any more questions after that. So that's how I think you should have dealt with it. Okay, so some sort of festival next episode. That's cool. So that was the 12th episode of Bokutachi wa Benkyou ga Dekinai. And this episode, the focus, well, Furuhashi had plenty of screen time, but the focus was definitely on Uruka this episode. So we started off with them alone together studying, which was something they do a lot, so I don't really get why they said it was awkward, but I guess it was just because of, yeah, that one scene between them. With the whole weird, am I the guy that you like? No way, I like some other guy, you know, and all that sort of thing. So I guess that's made things kind of awkward whenever they're like alone. So naturally, Furuhashi, the love master, Shisho, whatever he calls her, she of course has to mend the situation, not just on Nariyuki's end, but also on Uruka's end, because she's just kind of helping them both out at once. And I probably should have guessed that there would be a bit of a communication mix-up with Furuhashi giving out advice. I probably should have guessed that much sooner than it actually happened, because that's kind of it's a typical thing when you're trying to help out two different people in the same situation. You can get mixed up pretty easily, especially when like a third person that's not involved in any of that just randomly texts you. You know, kind of like in an MMO like World of Warcraft, there's like a hotkey for replying to the person that said something to you last. And something can happen when you're having a conversation with someone and you're about to respond to them, but some random person messaged you for some stupid reason. Then you hit the reply button, and then you actually send this reply to that random person. Like, it's an easy thing to do in different situations. So, yeah, it happens. But Furuhashi does her best to help them out, even though they're just buying her a whole bunch of ramen, you know, going against her diet. But in spite of that, she's still trying to help them out. And the whole gag about them both talking about a friend, you know, which has been a very typical thing in like works of fiction involving romance, especially. Like, yeah, so I got this friend, you know, and they like this person that likes them, and this thing happened, and I need advice for my friend's sake because apparently my friend doesn't have any friends that he could ask about this, you know, that sort of thing. And I feel like they overdid that a little bit in the episode. It just stopped being funny after a while. But and she was just so bad at keeping that a secret. It was just I could hardly believe Urika really thinks she's fooled Furuhashi. Like there had to be some serious suspension of disbelief going on there to really believe that she could believe that that could possibly work on anyone. I doubt anybody's stupid enough to not pick up on the fact that the friend thing is just a ruse at that point. So, and it was also kind of funny when, well, you know, Urika and Nariyuki went together to talk things out because that was kind of her advice, and she decided to sit like right behind them, pretty much as close as humanly possible, without like, you know, touching them. Basically, she just sat there behind them wearing a straw hat, a stuffed bra, and all that good stuff. So and fake glasses. So she had a full-on disguise going on, and she said a noise at some point. Involuntary sound, and then they turn around and say, huh, could have swore I heard Furuhashi's voice. Behind us? Oh, no, that girl actually has a chest. That couldn't possibly be Furuhashi. Yeah, you're right. I don't know what I was thinking. And she was a little bit angry about that, but of course she couldn't retaliate right then and there. And, you know, she has no real reason to be angry there because that's an objective fact that she has a small chest, so that could be used as a way of determining whether or not that is Furuhashi, so I understand her being a little bit upset about it, but she doesn't really have the right to lash out at them, I guess is kind of what I'm trying to say. But she really didn't in the episode, so it's fine. She just kind of said she would. But I don't think she actually really did anything about that later on. But anyway, the scene, they were trying to clear up the awkwardness, but it didn't really happen for a while. Like, they kept trying to bring up topics of conversation, but they kept bringing up things that they don't really want to talk about that were kind of awkward, like the whole water, rain, she could see her bra that he chose for her, but she doesn't know that he chose for her thing. Brought the shrine thing when she was being a little bit what's a good word for it? There's a word I don't want to use for that, but basically trying to be especially flirtatious, you know, with him, laying down and all that good stuff, taking advice from her friends, the whole shrine thing. That thing was a little bit awkward too. Especially because she thought he was licking her at one point. But yeah, just things like that probably shouldn't be brought up, and things are awkward for a while. But eventually things just kind of worked out. So it's all good. I mean, it was basically I don't remember her name. What was her name? Sawako, yeah. Sawako randomly sent her a message, which is nice because she hasn't been in the show like at all for a while, which is a shame because I really like her. I like how much she helped out in the one like bath situation when she distracted everyone else so Nariyuki could escape. She was pretty good there. I liked her a lot in that scene, and I kind of wish she would have more screen time. Kind of a shame that she doesn't. But she just messages Furuhashi to ask which hairstyle is better. So, yeah, I think she may have a thing for Furuhashi if she's doing that, but that's just my very biased opinion. But that is what led to her sending the wrong message to Nariyuki. So what exactly was the message she sent? I don't think I got a good look at that. Let's see. Yappari suki na hito ga betsu ni iru te something wa zettai ii yo. yeah, so I don't think it translated the message, so I was trying to read the Japanese as best I could, but it was something like that. But it led to Nariyuki praising her hair is basically the points. But too late to cancel it. And that was a nice little scene, I guess, where we just kept calling her cute over and over again because she kept demanding more, you know? So, it all worked out, though. It all worked out. And then Furuhashi got a ponytail as well, you know, trying to get Nariyuki to notice her. But he didn't seem to care much for that at all. Which happens. And, yeah. And then she talked to Ogata wanting to be her friend. But, yeah. Just that was just a little mid-screaming, and I get a scene for that, unfortunately, because that could have been fun as well. Because obviously, if she sent the wrong message to Yuiga, she would have sent the wrong message to Sawako, so, you know, that happened, of course, happened. Then the next bit of the episode was the tournament, swim tournament that Uruka was involved with, and she did pretty well. Unfortunately, one member of her team kind of let the whole team down, but they weren't trying to, like, they weren't bullying her over it at all. She was much harder on herself than they were, and I think she's going to reflect on that, so it happens, though. It happens to the best of us. So, I don't think we even knew that character's name before, but she was obviously relevant to that scene, so they made sure we knew her name in that scene. Then we had a nice little trip to their old middle school, where we had a little bit of a nice chat in the pool, and a little bit of confession role playing that didn't go too well at all. Just kind of led them both to being all wet and whatnot. So, but you know, the good that came from that is that he called her by her given name, which got her pretty excited. You know, he could do that much more easily than she could do that to him. So, you know, that says a lot. And yeah, that was pretty. I mean, the episode wasn't as good as last episode because that was a pretty high bar, but it was alright, you know. Uruka, of course, I love her as a character, so I'm never gonna complain about a Uruka focus episode. That would just be silly. And we got to see a little bit of her swimming, which of course I appreciate because that is the main aspect of her character, is that she's in the swim club. The other big aspect, of course, being the fact that she's a pure maiden, so. And we saw both of those aspects of her in this episode, I would say. But yeah, Furuhashi really has been a, like a love, like a Cupid, a love guru kind of position in the show. More so than being an actual harem member. Which is, you know, interesting considering I'm pretty sure she does like Nariyuki like that. I mean, she says she doesn't, but Asobi kind of picked up on it, so. It's just kind of weird that she's been put into that kind of position. So it's really kind of hard to view her as a regular member of the harem because of that. You know, helping out other girls, getting Nariyuki and all that. I mean, maybe it's not true that she likes something like that, but I was fairly certain that she does. Which just makes her current position a bit odd, but, you know, it's her choice if she wants to do that. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything to really say in the episode, so next episode should be the final one. Hopefully it's a good one. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.